I'm kidding. Okay. So has anybody ever heard of a drill called dodgeball? What I figure is, usually we do clinics, we do them about 3 or 4 hours. We can go over multiple things, and we only have an hour. I figure we'll probably focus on the most important things I could pass on, but also the things that you could do at home or with your teammates, so more players can benefit from the information I'm passing on to you guys. So dodgeball, has anybody ever done a drill called dodgeball at all before? No. Okay, what dodgeball is it's working your core to work with what we're trying to do on the field. So what we're trying to do on the field is trying to shoot people, but at the same time we're also trying to not get shot. So sometimes, you guys have already experienced this, you see the ball coming, you're able to get out of the way, right? And sometimes you don't see the ball coming, it smacks you. So this drill actually helps you get out of the way of a paintball that much quicker. And when you acknowledge that you can get out of the way of a paintball, you know, paintball is going, what, 300 feet per second. Only thing about the same speed is like a hot dog from a slingshot. So it's a lot slower than it sounds. It really is. And this drill, what we do is we don't even use bunkers. We have, it's twos, so you have 2 people who are squaring off to each other, and it's about 30 feet away, 40 feet away, and you take 1 shot at a time at the other person. And the idea is, if like me and you were squared off to each other, it would be your turn, you would come up. If I was doing the drill in a more advanced stage, I'd be looking at you as well, waiting for you to shoot at me, and you take your shot at me. You are 100% trying to shoot me. It doesn't matter where, but you're trying to shoot me. My job is to get out of the way of that ball. And the core strength is what's going to get me out of the way of that ball quicker.
Don't shoot Sonny Lopez here.
Yeah, it's armored.
Extend that to everybody if you could.
Yeah, no worries. So the idea is for me to get out of the way of the ball. Now, if you break the ball on me or bounce the ball on me, it counts. Both of them count. When you do that, you get to shoot me again. Now you're giving me time to reset and get ready for that ball where I can get out of the way of it. You're going to shoot me again if you hit me. You're going to keep getting to shoot me until I successfully dodge a ball. Once I successfully dodge a ball, now it's my turn to come and try to shoot you. And we go back and forth. And we do this every training session. We do about half a hopper. So every time we go play, we do about 100 rounds where you square off against somebody who's about the same size, but also about the same playing ability, right? So you don't put your best guy in the squad to the newest guy in the squad, right? You try to pair up accordingly. So we'll do this based on time. We're going to do this only for about 10 minutes, but just so you guys know, when you're doing this with your team, you want to do this for 20 minutes solid. So it's also a conditioning as well as just being able to keep going. You know, you want to be able to play when you're tired. And some of the best drills, some of the best training we've encountered and experienced is when you're tired and you want to give up, that's when you're going to get the best out of the drill. That's when you want to bring that gun back up, your arm is burning, it's tired, you want to quit, you do another 5 minutes. You push yourself to go that much farther. So, is there any questions on this first drill that we're going to do, the dodgeball drill? We're going to square up twos. The guys that just walked up, you guys will figure this out really quick, because the people that heard everything, I'll have them start. You're taking turns shooting at each other, 1 ball. You're giving the person time to reset so they can get ready for another ball to come at them. Whether it breaks or bounces, it counts, and you guys are taking turns, okay? So, I don't know everybody here, so I'm going to try to do the best matchups I can. Okay, the next one, is probably the most important drill out there is snap shooting, okay? Snap shooting is pretty much, you guys are in that all day long. As punt players, you have to be the dominant snap shooter in the firefight, in the engagement that you're getting with somebody else. Whether they're a punt player, Metadyne, full auto Hitmen, doesn't matter. If you're going to be the dominant snap shooter, you're probably going to win. Now we all know the grenades and the rockets are a whole other deal, but hey, if you can snap shoot the guy, you're still going to shoot him, right? A guy with the Metadyne dies just as easily as a guy with the pump or a semi-auto. So with the pump play, the real important thing is, obviously, you're going to be maybe sneakier, maybe a little more timing and effort on that first shot, so you want to make sure your profile is as small as possible. So when you're out there, we call it chicken winging, right? If you're engaging a guy and you see his elbow out here, right? You're trying to shoot that elbow, right? Everybody's seen that on the field. You see the guy's elbow, you see a knee out here instead of here. A lot of times when I get to the bunker and I see the balls coming in, I'll step back a little bit and I'll see where that pain is. So I'm giving myself a line of how far I can go before that guy's going to shoot me. Now there's a couple reasons I do that. One reason is, if I know where that line is, obviously I know where my elbow and shoulder head can be and be safe, and then I know as soon as I'm here, I'm a target, or as soon as I'm here or wrapping around to get somebody on the inside, I'm a target, I could get shot. The other reason that line is there is because I don't have to go all the way in here to be safe. You see that a lot in paintball. A lot of times you see really good players who have good raw talent, but they don't have that technical side that they've really developed yet. And that technical side means this invisible line that you have here, you only need to be here. So when you're snapping out to a guy, you're only bringing, 3 inches of travel, 4 inches of travel each way. You're not coming all the way back in here to be safe for a while and then coming back out and then doing it again. That's a lot of wasted energy that you don't need to be expelling in that firefight. You just want to be out and in, out and in. You want to have that elbow down, so we're definitely going to be looking at that today. And also, just your gun lining up with your head. Now, in different clinics, you're going to hear two different types of philosophy. Some snap shooters will get in the idea where the head and the loader is together, and you're coming out together, shooting at somebody. Now, the other style is pretty much called the Russian Legion style, and they do a roll. So depending on your body mechanics, some people could do the roll easier, some people could do more like an American snap easier. Then the roll is basically, they roll out like that. And you'll see it, it's pretty much the same target coming out to shoot like that versus coming out and shooting like that, but it's a slightly different mechanics when you're practicing for it at home. So you can do either one. Do whatever is faster for you, but what I'll give you guys feedback on is whatever one you're doing, I'll give you feedback is if your loader is coming out too far, more than it needs to, or if your elbow is starting to naturally rise up when it doesn't need to. You want to consciously keep that elbow tucked in. And also with snap shooting, of course, this is definitely a big one. If you're coming out left-handed, the gun should be in your left hand. It really should. That doesn't matter what kind of gun you're shooting. You guys want to be able to shoot with both hands. And if you're not shooting with both hands, after today, you really want to start doing that. You really want to start developing that talent to be just as effective with your right, just as effective with your left. So the drill that we're going to do, that you guys will be able to take home from this, is we're going to do what we call a standard snap shooting. It's a one-on-one contest. You're just snapping with one other person. You're not going up, down, left, right. You're coming out of the same spot over and over. He knows it, you know it. He's doing the exact same thing. You do a constant snap shooting battle for about 3 minutes, and it gets tired. If you don't do this a lot, you're going to get so tired in like 2 minutes, honestly. And then after that 3 minutes, you get up, you walk towards each other, you talk about it real quick, you both have a bunch of hits all over you, you switch sides. Now you're doing the spot he was doing, he's doing the spot you were doing, and you guys are both right. You were shooting right, now you're shooting left, and you switch it up. And you would like to do different bunkers. So some people will start out doing a low bunker, and they're pretty much all the way down here, snapping out, or they're here in this stance. Some people, especially if you're just getting into paintball, a lot of people will go to their knees and play paintball on their knees in a small spot. On your knees, so you know, that's more of a weak position to be in, because you don't have explosive speed to get into another position or get to a standing position to put paint low on somebody. So if you naturally go to your knees a lot, that's something you can consciously work on to get better, to stay on your feet. You want to, and that comes with like the core strength of being able to stay on your toes and have that springiness to be able to do whatever you need to do, go left or right. It's a lot less time to react to what's going down, and it's a lot less exertion of energy on your body, going to your knees, getting back up, going to your knees, getting back up. So we're going to do this snap shooting contest. It'll be one-on-one. Don't shoot anybody else, please. And if you have any questions, let's hear them now. We may have questions after. Any questions at all on this snap shooting drill? No? Okay, so I'm going to grab twos at a time. I'm going to put you guys in bunkers, and as soon as you guys are in the bunkers, you guys just make sure you understand what you can and can't do, and I'll start everybody at the same time. Okay, so don't start once you're in the bunker. We'll start everybody at the same time. Okay, the last thing, guys, I know we lost about half of our group, but this is a really, really big one. I see this pretty much everywhere we go. When you're playing paintball, people put their gun down. I see this all the time. Whether you're engaging somebody, walking up to the next bunker, you see guys creeping, right? We always see this in the magazines. You see, you're just kind of watching a game and you see guys creeping around. you always want to have your gun up. It's a good habit to get into. One reason is you see a target that you weren't expecting, right? Your gun is down, now you're bringing your gun up, reacting to that target. That's a split second that you could have had an advantage if your gun was up, right? Now if that guy's in a prone position and he's waiting for somebody, chances are his gun's up, right? Like he's watching the zone, he's waiting for somebody to come through and just, got you, got you. He's not usually sitting like this and then going up like that. So if you're the one that has your gun up when an engagement starts, you automatically have an advantage in that engagement between you and that guy. So as you guys are playing, try to have that in the back of your head. Just always, you know, as you're creeping around, you're always keeping your gun up. You know, look left, right. You're changing sides, just making sure. And you want to simply keep your gun up. We do
terms of no staying at high carry.
Yeah, exactly. We do a lot of off-board training down at Camp Pendleton and a couple of kill houses, and it's very interesting. I'm glad you said that. A lot of times the military guys that we train with, they're actually told not even to look left or right. It's really incredible how very minimal they'll get to a new spot and just not look this way or not look that way. So when you're walking or when you're searching, you're hunting, right? You're looking for a fight. You want to keep that gun up and just, you know, it's like no horse blinders, right? Just, you know, look left, right as you keep moving up, and you're going to find guys that you might be walking right by, you know, or guys that are about to get you, and at least you could trade instead of just getting shot. So, is there any questions at all, guys? Even anything that we didn't cover? Because I know it's time for some play. Any questions at all, guys? No. Right on.
That was pretty thorough, I'd say.
Very cool. Well, I hope you guys remember it. If you guys want to ask me any questions throughout the weekend, it's all good. I'm here to meet people, and appreciate you guys coming out. And hopefully we all have some fun this weekend, right?
Yeah, woo.
Cool.
Are you
What's your
flying
name?
tomorrow?
Yeah, thanks.
Sonny. Right on. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Party?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nick,
Nice to meet you. Very cool.
what team are you on tomorrow?
Erickson. What team? I'm sorry.
What team are you on tomorrow?
I don't even know. Mike.
Okay, good.
Nice to meet you, bro.